Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 32 of the International Pentagon Challenge. And we're probably about to manage the biggest game we've ever managed throughout this entire series. Up against France in the 2025 UEFA Nations League semi-final. And what makes it even better is the fact that I'm going to be managing against Zidane. Like, growing up, Zidane was kind of my footballing idol. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, obviously, I'm not actually managing against Zidane. I'd love to meet him one day, but yeah, I think it just goes to show how far we've come in this save, that we're now managing England against France. You know what I mean? And it's only 2025, so I think we've done really, really well so far. It's kind of weird. But anyways, so I left some of you guys with a challenge in the last episode where I asked you to try and guess what the score against San Marino would be. And I was going to go on the schedule page, but then I realised that it's kind of here. So yeah, as you can see, we did beat San Marino 7-0. It was a bit of a rotated side to an extent. Rosenthal came in, missed a gazillion sitters and disappointingly didn't get on the score sheet, which probably means Harry Kane starts against France. Sam Jones got the first goal in the 5th minute. Another player, David Helmy, came in. I'll give him a photo soon because Dele Alli was injured, but he will be available for the France game, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. And he grabbed the goal as well. So did Will Hughes, who interestingly I've kind of realised plays in the Championship. So he's top of the Championship with Bournemouth, and it's a bit weird that he's this good in the Championship and he's playing for England. But credit where it's due to him, you know, he was probably a part of that Bournemouth side that got relegated. He stayed there, he's gone down to the Championship and got a massive 21 assists. So to be fully honest, I don't really care what league he plays in as long as he puts a good shift in for me, which he most certainly did. But man of the match overall, to cut a long story short, had to be good old Roger Jepsen. Wow, okay, looks like he wants to leave Arsenal, and that's not really surprising because he wasn't really getting much game time for Arsenal the last time I checked, but it does actually seem like that has changed. So he's got 21 league appearances, 9 goals. Great. I think the main issue for him is that Arsenal aren't actually in a continental competition, so that's probably something quite frustrating, not just for me because I want my players to be playing at club level at the highest level as possible, but for him as a player too. But it does seem like Man City are going to basically run away with the league thanks to Allegri, but Arsenal will guarantee Champions League football next season. So hopefully it means that Roger Jepsen ends up playing in the Champions League next season, unless he obviously leaves to join someone else, and I can't really think of who else he would join. But yeah, he was phenomenal that game. I mean, to be fully honest, the fact that he was up against this guy at right back made life a little bit easier for him. But yeah, he had a really, really good game overall. It was nice to also see Chidi get on the score sheet as well, given the fact that he is a defender. So yeah, that was it really for the San Marino game. We now have to play France, and they've got some amazing players. I think Pogba might not feature because he's injured. Let's just double check. Well, okay, he's back from injury, but he's not really match fit. So I'd be very, very surprised if he was part of the French squad. We can actually see who's been called up, and we can see that he hasn't been called up. So they do have a lot of great players, really. 34-year-old Griezmann probably won't start the game, but some of their better players include Ousmane Dembele, plays for Man City, Theo Hernandez, who's also playing for Man City, Laporte. At the end of the day, it's France, Mbappe, Lamar. We're going to have a tough time. But what keeps me positive is the fact that ever since I took over, we've only really conceded the one goal, which was a very, very dodgy goal against Hungary. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the game. Okay, really, from a tactical standpoint, I didn't want to make any changes other than obviously drop down to the slightly more conservative standard approach that we obviously used against Italy as well in previous episodes, before seeing what players precisely Zidane was actually playing. So here we go then. Pavard is actually playing centre-back, and he lacks a lot of pace on him. Plays for PSG, and he's someone I had an eye on before the game, so that's probably something we can look to exploit. Maybe not necessarily with Harry Kane. I mean, to be fair, Harry Kane is still pretty fast for his age, but maybe late on in the game, when Pavard, who's a slow player, is even more tired, we could potentially maybe move a player like Rashford or someone up front, or bring, someone off the bench. They've got Tolisso at right back, very pacey as you'd expect. We know how good physically Malang Sarr is on this game, and Kimpembe looks very, very good, but jumping reach not great. So again, that's something we'll keep in mind. Now, I was really intrigued to see how they play from a midfield perspective, because a lot of their goals that France have conceded, according to our scout reports, have come through through balls through the central areas. So the way that we play is we put a lot of emphasis on our wide men, but if it feels like we could, if anything, exploit the central areas, we can change tactically to do that. So they've got Ranieri, who plays for Monaco. Not great tackling, but overall probably seems like a very decent kind of, as it suggests, carrilero there, I guess. Provost, again, very good physically, a lot better than the guy next to him from a technical perspective there. So no weaknesses there really spotted within the central areas, bar maybe that. But again, we need to scout some of these players. We don't really know too much. This kid looks like an absolute beast. Esteban Q-Not plays for Lyon. 17 passing, 14 to 18 vision, decent first touch as well. Probably going to have to look to keep him quiet. Lamar is their top goal scorer so far. He is left-footed though, so that suggests to us that he's probably going to prefer to try and take on Gabriel Chidi. So we will probably look to try and maybe make sure he stays back a little bit more and stays tighter to Lamar. Ousmane Dembele on the other side, who's probably going to be, given the fact that he's either footed, going to be a bit more of a mix, and that probably means that we probably not want Ben Chilwell to be as attacking as he is with this approach. And of course, the one, the only Kylian Mbappe up front, bags of pace, so we're going to have to keep an eye on whether he's trying to play off the back of the last defender, or whether he's going to be dropping deep a lot to try and link up with the midfield. Looking at how good the midfield behind him is, I don't really think he needs to. We have gone with Eric Dyer playing the anchorman role. I've gone with Joe Gomez alongside John Stones. A bit of a gamble that. The main issue is that Michael Keane isn't really getting game time for Man United, and Joe Gomez, even though from a technical standpoint is maybe not as strong as Michael Keane, he's faster than Michael Keane. And thinking about the amount of pacey players that France have, I think I'd like to start off with Joe Gomez and maybe, just maybe, bring on Michael Keane later on. Dyer, Jones, Ali, Rashford, Jepson, Kane. Let's get tweaking. Chilwell will drop to support. Chidi I will actually make on defend, just to start things off, and it feels like we need him going forwards a little bit more, then I can always stick him on support. Mentality, obviously we're going to be on a standard mentality because of the nature of the situation, but what I will do is drop our defensive line to normal just to start things off, and then if it seems like we're not really having too many problems, if it seems like rather than trying to beat the shoulder of the last defender, Kylian Mbappe is kind of like pulling in deeper, then we can up our defensive line from there. Given how good France are, we'll look to retain possession of the ball a little bit more. But other than that, we don't want to try and overcomplicate things. In terms of opposition instructions, I'm not really going to go for anything too specific. But I am going to get Eric Dyer to man-mark that playmaker who looks like a tidy player. In fact, we'll actually go in. We'll go in hard on the wide men because a lot of you know, France's play is going to be coming from the wide men. We'll go in hard on all their front four, and then give Eric Dyer specific instructions to man mark Q0. But that's how we're going to start for now. This is going to be very different to maybe some of the other games we've seen, simply because it is France, current European champions. Let's stop talking about it. Let's actually start playing it. Here we go then. Massive, massive game. I think we're actually playing in Germany. I think that's where it's being hosted. I'm not entirely sure, but to be honest, I don't really care at the moment. I just want to see if we can win this game and head into the final. Here we go, Harry Kane. Who? Oh, what a ball out wide to Rashford. Go on, Rashford. Oh, goal! Wow! Oh my God, Marcus Rashford, take a bow, son. But not just Marcus Rashford, it was the assist from Harry Kane. Wow, he got 2 goals for us in the previous episode. Really should have scored 3. And oh God, oh for God's sake, you know, if Lamar had actually delivered that cross, that would have been it. Come on, why can't I do a concentrate shout this early on? Wow, okay. Can we grab a second? Rashford is in again to Jones. Oh, what a save. What a save from Lafonte. We could have been 2-0 up inside 3 minutes. Stones to Rashford. Oh, I have actually changed our corners round a little bit. It's the same Angola in-swinging approach, but rather than try and maybe play the ball to the back post, because we don't have 2 great corner takers here with England, we're going to try and prioritise playing it towards the edge of the box, because we put 3 players on the edge of the box anyways. Win that header. Harry Kane. Oh, right, he's offside. It wouldn't have counted anyways. But we, ladies and gents, have... I don't know why I'm saying ladies and gents. I'd be very surprised if any females actually watch these videos. But we've come out, you know, ready to rumble here. We would probably benefit actually from getting Jepsen and Rashford to man mark Lamar and Dembele. I'm going to tell them to do that. I've seen some warning signs. So, yeah. So Rashford will now track back and try and help out with Dembele, and Jepsen will track back and try and help out with Lamar. That's a poor ball there from the French. Jepsen switches play out to Marcus Rashford, and, well, we win a corner kick. Okay, then. Yeah, we've got so many more players behind the ball now. Chidi play the through ball towards Harry Kane, and that's actually one of the issues when you do set the man mark in. The players like Harry Kane do then find themselves slightly more isolated in that kind of scenario. Jones to Harry Kane. Ooh, almost fell there to Rashford. But now France can counter-attack. Oh, God. Oh, well done, Chidi. I think that was Joe Gomez who missed that initial tackle. Chilwell is on a yellow card and has to be careful, so I think we might have to tell him specifically to calm down. Can we make it 2 first? Jepsen will shoot, and, well, it was my young winger's composure coming back to haunt me once again. France can transition. Mbappe is going on a mad one, and France will equalise. Well, I mean, I'm not really quite sure there's much you can do when that happens. That was a run and a half. I think it really stemmed from us giving away possession from that throw-in, I think it was. But, you know, we've not played poorly. It's the French. This is a great opportunity. Rashford with the head. Lafonte with the save. I can't believe this. Lamar is looking tired, though. Obviously, all the players are really looking tired, but Lamar especially. I think the less said about that, the better. Go on, Harry. Go on, lad. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Go on, Harry. Oh, he's offside again. He's offside. 3/4 of our comprehensive highlights are offsides. Why was no one marking bloody Dembele? I can't believe we're 2-1 down now after that first half. Jesus Christ. I mean, Chilwell hasn't had the best of games. So Timon will come on. He actually got an assist for us against, what are they called? San Marino. So he deserves to come on, especially given the poor game that Chilwell has had. I think I'll bring on Michael Keane as well. We'll leave everything else the exact same. Penalty. Dele Alli. Finish. Oh! Kane's through. Go on, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. Well, that weren't a magical finish at all from Harry Kane, that was it. I feel like I want more pace. I feel like Harry Kane, who's not even that fast, is getting the better of that back four. Rashford, I feel like put him on that side where Pavard is. As a poacher, you know, get him utilising his pace. Because he is very, very, very fast. And he could find himself with a few one-on-one chances. And then out on the left, which will be, of course, our final sub, I'm going to bring on Jadon Sancho. Real fast player, right-footed, decent dribbling as well. Feel like he's a player who can maybe do some damage within that role. And, yeah, in terms of changing any of these, Mbappe has actually not been playing off the back of our back four. So I am going to raise our defensive line. And I'm going to remove retain possession and tell them to be a little bit more expressive. Let's see what we can get out of the lads. Probably actually wanted him to be a target man there, so I'm going to have to go back and change that. And the second I say Mbappe's pace ain't causing us problems, we get that. Good tackle, though, from Stones. And, well, I mean, it was the right idea there, really, but Rashford didn't position himself well. Can we win that, though? We can just about. Harry Kane is in. Marcus Rashford puts it wide. Here we go. There is Mbappe. And that is a miraculous save from Jordan Pickford. So that's twice now. That's caused us problems. I'm going to change Harry Kane to be more of a target man. And we've made all 3 subs, which is a bit of an issue, really. Don't say that's offside. Oh, why did he shoot from there? But it's another chance on goal. You know, we're playing well. We're creating chances. We just need one to hit the back of the net. And we've been just... Shoot. Oh. We've been so unfortunate to concede the goals that we did. Especially that second one. Nice. Using Harry Kane as a target man. On that side where... I did mention earlier on where the player doesn't seem like the best of jumpers. And then Rashford on the other side as the kind of pacey player playing off him. This has to be a goal, this. No. We recycle. Come on, boys. Nice ball. Finish. Ah! Tell you what, though. Dele Alli and Jones have had a good game, I think. Go on, Jepson. Finish. Oh, my God. How? I could have finished that, and I'm not even a professional footballer. Shoot. Wide. 70th minute. That's it. We got to start, you know, throwing men forwards now. Because, well, we need a goal. It's that simple, really. It's really annoying because the game plan, like, since switching to 2 up front, I think has actually been working. Equalise. Yes! Yes! It worked, finally. Marcus Rashford, get in, lad. Second goal of the game. There we go. And now I need to switch back. Oh my God, I hate when this happens. When I need to kind of switch back and I kind of can't. Tell you what. A part of me wants to switch back. Because Ali and Jones are just asking for trouble in the middle of the park on their own. But to get to this point, we had to make the substitutions that we did. Let's treat it like a bit of a smash and grab. That's what I'm saying now. Bit of a smash and grab. I think if we can move Or maybe switch Jones to defend. And Jepson to support. And then switch to a counter mentality. And just try to transition quicker. Now, I'm not choosing the counter mentality because it counters, no. But just to try and make up for the fact that, you know, in midfield, we're a little bit knackered. And we can't make another sub. Just kind of draw the French in and then hit them on the break like we just did then. We will drop down to counter. I'm going to up our tempo. We'll leave the width as it currently is there. And what I'll do is tell him to pump the ball into the box. I'm really intrigued to see what that does in terms of trying to get the ball forwards fast to Harry Kane. Tell him to concentrate. Griezmann has come on. I think he's playing kind of just in the hole. Oh no, is he playing as a central midfielder? As kind of like a deep line playmaker. It looks it. He's nice and fresh as well, isn't he? Antoine. Lovely ball. And it's offside, of course. Every time we pick the ball up in the final third, it's offside. Somebody find these linesmen. They're annoying. Rashford. Sancho. Can he outpace or what? Whoever. It's not going to matter, is it? But he got bloody Fabian Barthez here in goal. I think Laporte coming on has helped him kind of deal with things, you know, somewhat defensively. I think... Oh, no. Oh. Just look at how they pass it around. We can't pass it around like that. Rashford. No, offside. You're kidding me. Who was offside there? Oh. Handball. Kane to Jepson. Look at the amount of men we've got in the box. Make it count, boys. Harry Kane, Jepson, Sancho, Jones. Oh. We've had more clear-cut chances as well. Jepson should have finished one-on-one. Ugh. Come on, lad. Nice ball. No, he was onside. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Oh, God. No, what? Why have you put that out for a corner? He did not have to put that out for a corner. And we've given him another corner. Oh, God. To be honest, like, I think it was alright. I think it was this goal that was just... I mean, I'm not quite sure whose job it... Well, I know whose job it was to be eyes on Dembele, but... It was just such a bad goal to concede, and it was just... Ugh. And then this one here. It was looking good because Harry Kane weren't being marked. And then he loses it there. Laporte comes on, that burst of energy. And the second Mbappe kind of allowed them to get men forward like this, I knew it was going to be problematic. Sorry if it's laggy. For some reason, it always gets really laggy rewatching replays. But that was ball from Griezmann. Unbelievable. But that is why, you know, he's still quality at his age. So, I'm not happy with the performance out there, but they're the European champions. And when you consider that the Germans won, unsurprisingly, against Spain. And when you consider that, you know, a few months ago we got knocked out of the Euros when Pardew was manager before he retired to Italy, and we beat them twice. And I think we've given France a decent run for their money here. I see no reason why we can't at least go into the World Cup with a positive mindset at least. But yeah, I think if I had one more substitution where I could switch back to the 4-3-3 and stick that anchorman back in, maybe that anchorman would have been the guy picking up that pass from Griezmann. But the game's over now. There's not much we can do about it. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. What have we got coming up? So, okay, we've got a third place playoff against Spain. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to record a third place playoff, for God's sake. Next episode will probably be our World Cup qualifier against Slovenia. So, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We've been beaten by the French. Thanks for watching.